Hello? Glass of whiskey. Good afternoon, Chris. How are you, my friend? I'm also so good. I'm also so glad to see you, my friend Chris. Hello, Bill. My friend, how are you, my friend? At work. It's not nice to work on a Sunday. Don't worry, my wife also worked today. So it was my turn to do laundry. I just had to do the laundry. I had to help my wife. So what's up with everyone? What's up? How's your weekend so far? It's extremely hot today again. I took my phone cover off before it starts to overheat again, like last Sunday. Hello, David, my friend. How are you? It's like 35 Celsius today. I'm not quite sure how much is it in Fortnite, but it is extremely hot. Oh, Chris, I'm so sorry to hear that. Um, let make let me make a deal to you. I will smoke my um, my DPK pipe. I will like it especially for you. Then you can have a pipe with me. And in it, it's a blend tobacco gave me. There wasn't a name on the package, but it smells like, for me, it smells like peach and apricot. A very delicious tobacco, I must add. Okay, great stuff. And then I will light the pipe for both of us. That's right. And there it goes. No wind inside the garage, so I'm using a match. Vanilla with latakia. That sounds really delicious. I love latakia. Man, that stuff. I smoke and love it. Great early morning pipe. Dr. Greybow. Oh, man, um, I love I love latakia. I had earlier today, actually this morning, um, while while I made a video where I read the scripture, I had actually a bowl of early morning pipe, and later on when I do a little bit of sharpening on my pocket knife, I also had like three bowls of early morning pipe. I just can't get enough of latakia. My wife doesn't like the smell so much, but I love the taste of it. When I use a match, when I strike the match, I don't use it immediately. I wait for the head to burn away. So if the flame is around about here, then I light my pipe because I don't like the taste of the head of my tobacco. Chris, you must make a video when you mix those tobacco. I'm also very curious about the taste and how it will smoke. Must I? This BPK pipe, DPK pipes. I'm just loving it. Ah, great. My friends, excuse me for taking off my hat. It's extremely hot inside. I do not know the straight subtly vanilla. Actually, the only vanilla tobacco I actually know it's blend here in South Africa. I'm not quite sure. I think it's only in South Africa. It is um, Brandaris cherry. Brandaris makes like three types of flavors. They make rum aromatic, vanilla, and cherry. The cherry is actually quite nice because Brandaris cherry is the first cherry tobacco I ever smoked that doesn't have an aftertaste for me personally. Some say they do have an aftertaste, but I never experienced an aftertaste with Brandaris cherry. So that's the only vanilla I know is Brandaris vanilla. Actually, very nice smoke, quite gentle smoke. David, no spiders. The spiders yesterday that catches the fly, I killed it. So it's gone. Missing in action. Completely bye bye. I think the ants took him for a funeral. So sad. So sad. Yes, so sad. Shame on me. No. Shame on the spider. That spider has a vendetta against me. Every time he sees me, he looks at me like this. He just wants to bite me. That's all. So I shot him with the air rifle without a pellet. It was too much wind for him. Yeah, she did eat my flies. I will agree on that one. But it's me or the spider in this location or in this spot, but not both of us. If the spider is in the corner and doesn't bother me, no problem. The spider can sit there, can catch as many flies the spider wants to. So the spider is gone. Shame. And I wasn't even at the spider's funeral, but the ants had a funeral for him. Ah, man, I like this tobacco. Really fine taste of peach and apricot. It's almost like apricot jam on a fresh toasted slice of bread. Just amazing. It's really fantastic, Chris. I'm not a big fan of aromatics. I do sometimes enjoy aromatics, I must say, like luxury blend and Courtier's Choice and Sweet Cologne and rum and maple. David's favorite tobacco, rum and maple. Um, I do enjoy um, aromatic tobacco occasionally, but I like more English blends. So, but someone said it doesn't matter what you smoke in your pipe, as long as you do not smoke marijuana, and if you enjoy your pipe and your tobacco, it's good. Yeah, baby or boxer. Ooh, that stuff is horrible, man. Man, okay. Let me give you guys an idea. BB and Boxer is South Africa tobaccos. I rather smoke Boxer before I smoke BB. BB is a very dry, low type, a very low type Virginia blend tobacco. It tastes horrible. Really, it tastes horrible. Boxer is a little bit better than BB. So I rather smoke Boxer before BB. The first time I didn't have the tobacco at that time. I think I told you guys we were on the farm and my granddad told me that back in the Boer War, yeah, it's very unflavored. Really, it's horrible. And I didn't have tobacco, so I stuffed my pipe with cow poo, cow droppings. Because my granddad said they smoked that during the Boer War because they didn't have anything else. Man, that was horrible. A horrible, horrible taste. So I took that out of my pipe. And some of the farm workers came to me, and this guy had a bit of BB. So he offered me a bowl of BB. And I packed my pipe with BB, pipe tobacco, and with the first light. It were horrible. The the cow droppings even taste better than the BB. Just to give you an idea, the cow droppings even taste better than the BB tobacco. Just to give you an idea how horrible that is. Right, that was the fastest I climbed in the bakkie. I went to town and I go bought me some tobacco. That were a horrible taste. Aye. My granddad had a big laugh, but luckily I had two pipes with me on the farm. I struggled to get the taste of the cow droppings out of my pipe for a week. Ah, ah. Good afternoon, Bells, my friend. How are you? I'm glad you are here. I'm going to take my hat off again. It's extremely hot. I almost can swim in my sweat. I do enjoy this life on a Sunday. To come here, sit down, have a. I'm actually really prepared. For if someone of you drink a cup of coffee, I make myself a cup of coffee. And if someone of you doesn't drink now a cup of coffee, but are drinking something a little bit stronger, I pour myself a glass of whiskey as well. So, what are you guys drinking? I'm glad you are good, my friend. 1616 there. It is now 15 and 15:20 here. So you are like an hour behind us. Black coffee. Bill, my man, I love black coffee as well. Look, black cowboy coffee. Cheers. Kong Strong energy drinks. Um, Chris, I do not have energy drink here, but it's caffeine. So cheers on the caffeine. I do not know Kong Strong energy drinks. I actually live from energy drinks during the week. My wife doesn't like me drinking the energy drinks. Um, the energy drinks we normally get here is Draken, Monster, Red Bull, Play, and a couple others. 12 hour shifts is long hours, my friend. I know that hours. I worked that a long time. Monster drink is a fantastic energy drink. I actually like the green one. I drink that for a long time, and I watch the videos, what they say about the monster drinks and so on. So I stopped drinking the monster, and I went to Dragon. And that's actually a fantastic taste drink. Score is also a nice one, and Play. It would be nice if spring arrives there. Um, we have still extremely hot weather here, but the weather is changing. So we can enter winter time anytime. So I can feel the weather is turning. Chris, my friend, a couple of years ago, I drink like 6 energy drinks a day. Um, I ran through a case a week. That's not very healthy. I don't drink that much anymore. Well, I'm not quite sure where to order it online. It is extremely expensive to send it from here to there. But I will try. I will try what I can do. There's a tobacco nurse. He makes his own tobacco. You can find him on Facebook. Paris Tobacco Nurse. I think he can. I think he will be able to assist you. I'm not quite sure where to order that online. I think David, he probably can know. He order a lot of South African tobaccos online. But my friend, baby, so really, it's the taste is almost like when you take a very dry, poorly vanilla leaf, not a golden or net, not golden, not red vanilla, or not gold, and not red Virginia. A very desert dry Virginia, and wrap it in dirt. That's almost a taste you get. But I will see what I can do. If I can get a link and so on, I will definitely let you know. I think Van Arcoms makes it. Boxer, I think it's I'm not quite sure what's the company that make it. But BB, as far as I know, is Van Arcoms. Um, but I will try. If David is back, we can ask him where he ordered his tobacco. He ordered tobacco is what we know here in South Africa. Ramen maple. Boxer. Boxer is no boxer baby fox and jock. Now fox is actually a very pleasant tobacco. Fox is a mixture of Virginia and Burley. Actually, a quite nice tobacco. And Jock, you remember a couple of years, many years ago, there were a dog with a guy in the bush. This name's this dog's name were Jock of the Bushveld. Jock, your real friend. Now, this tobacco Jock is named after the dog Jock. And the picture of the dog is on the package as well. Now, Jock tobacco is a good Virginia tobacco with a very slight caramel topping on it. That's Jock. Yeesh, that doesn't sound very nice. Derby and Bluebird. That I will skip that tobacco. No, no, no. Sounds horrible. No, thank you. I must say, um, a tobacco I really enjoy. It's a tobacco we don't get here in South Africa. Johnson from Once Upon a Pipe. He sent me this tobacco. Belkin, sashimi. He sent me 4 ounces of it in a bag. So I put some of that tobacco in this tin. Belkin, sashimi. I really like this tobacco. Old man tobacco. Those old man tobacco, man, those stuff were really strong. I remember many years ago, we had old tobacco here. They call it Asagai. Asagai is like a spear. Now the name is Asagai and a springbok. Those blends were extremely strong. I never had the privilege of tasting that tobacco, but what I heard, those tobacco, it makes your toes curl over. Really strong stuff. And another one is a dry Virginia, um, also very strong as well. And nice tobacco, also South African, is black and white. Yeah, you should love the strong stuff. When you were here, I had 100 grams of horseshoe. Um, I tasted 1 or 2 bowls of that, and I decided no, I'm not going to smoke this. So when Yusuf was here, I gave him the tobacco. So he said he's going to mix it with another type of tobacco. And he replied me later on that it's a really nice tobacco after he mixed it. So I gave my horseshoe to Yusuf. He likes a strong tobacco. Mostly South Africa tobacco you will find Virginia in it. Even our cigarettes is a Virginia based tobacco. Yes, Chris, there are still Bushmen left in South Africa, but in South Africa, not how they live. They are very Western, so they wear normal clothes, normal living, and so on. And I think in Africa, you can still find gangs of Bushmen living the old traditional way in Africa, but not really in South Africa. They make pipes. Good afternoon, Jacques. How are you? Ja, ek is van Bloemfontein. Ek is van die Vrystaat. Chris hier is 'n bushman. Sy maak sy traditional pipes as well. I had a previous, I had a very, I were honored to see some of the stuff they made. I had a bow and arrow from the Bushmans years ago, but that got lost. I had a very old Bushman pipe, but that was stolen, unfortunately. As I make, as I all make it with a knife, cut pieces off while making it. That's how I make it. So everything like the knife, I showed a couple videos ago of the imbele, the Wambo's traditional knife with 8-inch nail. The handle is made from the Makalani palm and the casing as well. They all made that with the hand. Carve pieces away and make the knife and the sheath and so on. They call it the belly knife. And on that same way, they made some of their tobacco pipes and so on. Actually, it's very, very interesting. I want to show you guys a very old South African brand matches. This brand is very old. Lion. Very old South African brand matches. That's interesting. Yes, like nations here, the Zulus. The Zulus have very large shield, and everyone has their special type of weapon. Like the Zulus, they have bow and arrows, they have spears, and knobkerrie. I'm not quite sure what's knobkerrie in English, but it's a you usually have two of them. It's a piece of wood, a stick actually. You have a small one and then you have a longer one with a big knob at the end. That how they use it for fighting. The small one is to block, and the larger one is to hit. And the places where they hit is head, joints, elbows, knees, ankles. That's the targets they attack them. And shooters, they also use spear and bow and arrow and so on. So it's quite interesting to see the different cultures in South Africa and see where they and see what's their traditions. And that's very interesting. Yeah, give me 5 minutes. Then I'm going to get a weapon, the shooters, or the old shooters, they call it the bus shooters, used many years ago. Yeah, it was spooky then. So give me 5 seconds. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now, in Lesotho, the Basutus, Lesothos. No spiders, no spiders. No scorpions neither. No, thank you. The Lesothos were always a blanket. In extremely hot weather, they will always wear a blanket. They will cover themselves with a blanket. They will wear a straw hat, a pointy straw hat with a bow here, and they will walk around with a stick like this. This is extremely hot piece of wood. I mean, this, I hope you can. I hope you can hear the sound it makes. And there's no mark on it. So it is extremely hard wood. Now the reason why they always wear a blanket is because their body sweat when the wind blows. So the sweat actually cools them down. So that's why they always wear a blanket, and they always have a walking stick like this. When they fight close, they will hold it like this, and further on like this to get a further distance. Even hear the sound on the floor. So it is extremely hard wood. I think this type of wood will make an excellent pipe. Now did someone put spiders or scorpions or snakes here? Let me just check. Okay, I see nothing. Now is everyone so quiet? You guys just sit there and laugh until I saw a spider on the wall or behind me. That's why you are so quiet. You just want to laugh when I see a spider here, or a scorpion, or a something. I still see nothing. You dreamed of scorpions last night. Yes, that must be a nightmare. That must be a totally nightmare. Oof. Talking about dreams, a couple of years ago, my dad actually, it was so long ago, my dad actually lived. And my dad dreamed we were climbing a mountain. Near my mother always lied in his arm like this, while his hands at the back of his head, and my mother will lie here in sleep. And my dad dreamed as he climbs the mountain, he there were actually a spider. Oof. Okay, but anyway, so he dreamed a snake appeared to him, and he grabbed the snake like this in his dream. Meantime, he's stroking my mother while he sleeps. And while my mother is struggling to get some oxygen, my dad thought in his dream that the snake is struggling to get away. And luckily, my mother tapped him on his arm and leg and so on, and my dad woke up. And he realized, but he dreamed it wasn't the snake; it was my mother. That happened. My dad came back home of he had a weekend water leave, so he came back. So his mind was still back in. So his so his mind was still in war, and so he only had this weekend to come back home. That Monday morning, he must flew again back to war. So, well, luckily he woke up, and my dad felt very sorry about that. Dreams. If I dream about scorpions and snakes and so on, I won't sleep again. That's true. That's true. You can get very confused in dream and so on. Sometimes you dream and it feels so real and so on, and then you wake up and you realize it wasn't a dream. You are lucky there's no scorpions in Austria. Yes, here we have scorpions and snakes and so on. I don't like that type of reptiles. This lighter actually came from Austria. Yeah, Austria. Let me see if I can read here. I must get my eyes is so bad. Chris, I will send you a picture of this. Maybe you can read it. Humans. Ah. Chris, my friend, I always think about you when I light my pipe. Everyone, let's light our pipes for Chris. He cannot smoke while he's at work. Bo, what are you smoking? Who's still here? David, are you still here? I don't think Yusuf is here. Hello? Hello? I'm so excited. Francisco is not here. Francisco didn't read, so he's not here, I think. But he sent me the link of Supper Piper. On what is that app? So I joined today. Really quite nice. The flea market do have some old pipes. Unfortunately, the second-hand stores here don't really sell tobacco pipes because they say it's unhealthy to smell to sell a second-hand pipe. Just wish they can sell second-hand pipes as well. I wonder where's everyone? Everyone is so quiet. I must say, I enjoyed Once Upon a Pipe made the video. I watched it this morning. I enjoyed that video. While he said why it is so difficult to make videos, his dog is running around. It's a beautiful dog, and so on. So I understand what he told. You Yawa to work. What's Yawa? Ah, yeah, I know. 12 hour shift at work is tough, my man. That's tough. But luckily, if you work today 12 hours, then you are off tomorrow. Ah, I understand. But if you work today, then you are off tomorrow, and next weekend then you are off. Are you working one weekend off? Work one weekend off. Bill, are you still with us? David, are you still with us? 12 o'clock tomorrow again. Man, yeah, stuff. I remember a couple of years ago, while I studied, I worked as a security officer. And then I worked 12 hours day shift. And then the guy for night shift that doesn't appear. Then I work a 12-hour night shift. And then I doesn't get a replacement for the next morning. Then I work again a 12-hour day shift. And then I work again 12 hours night shift. So 4 shifts um, in a row. So it is 48 hours without sleep. That time sleep didn't bother me and so on. But then after I worked the 4 shifts in a row, after that I must go wrote exams. Man, that were tough. I sit while I'm writing exams and I just stayed awake for 48 hours. Your concentration is out the window. But you have to concentrate because you must write your exam. And that were a difficult type. For 20 years. My friend, that's a long time. That's a really long time. Yeah, 4 people are watching, but no one is responding. I wonder where's everyone. Thank you, my friend. Yes, it were extremely difficult, but that's how I did my Bible counseling. That's how I studied, and I I received it, and I passed. So that were extremely difficult at that time. That's I did the Bible counseling at that time, and deliver and deliverance, helping people with culture-related abuse and drug abuse, depression, and so on. That's what I studied. Yeah, they were all. Now I studied that, and what's the sad part? I don't work in that field. Sometimes I do. Sometimes, occasionally, I do get someone with depression, or I help someone with demonical problems, and so on. But it's not that I do it every day. It's once a while, once a time, and so on. So my mainly work is mechanic. I love mechanic work. The reason why I actually co-started the Bible counseling, where I had extremely a lot of um, what PT, PTHD, and depression. I suffered with PTHD and depression, and I wanted to help people who experience that, and so on. So I decided to go study the it to help people, because I know how it feels, and I went through that, and demons attacked me and so on, and I wanted to help those people as well, because I know it exists, and I know um, I, I know the struggle with that type of thing, and that's why I go studied it, to help the people who's going through the same stuff I did, to help them to overcome it. That's why I studied it. That's true. My pastor, a couple of years ago, he worked with a lady with it, and I do not want to give much information. And my pastor contacted me, and he asked if I can work with the lady, and I did so. So, so some people know I work with it, and so on. So occasionally they will give me a call and send me a message, ask me something, and so on. And with the help of the Lord, I can help. Um, Something I really had to realize that it's not me helping them, it's God helping them. I'm just an instrument in the hands of God, and God is working through me. So I'm just an instrument in the hands of God. New one here, Zonger. Good afternoon, Zonger. How are you? Glad you are here. I have to greet with my hat on. Excuse me for taking my hat off again. It's extremely hot here. Extremely hot. Extremely warm. It's warm and I'm drinking a cup of coffee. Asa, yeah. I have my hat on. Now the hat is off. Uh, phone is getting hot again. I think I'm going to stuff my pipe, and then I'm going on a linker, a walk. What do they call it? Walk with a pipe, a launching or something. Yeah, it is interesting that you was doing the same. We I did that for launching. So I'm just going to start my pipe. Then I go for a launching so that my phone can cool off a little bit. Um, but that's the main reason why I studied Bible counseling and helping victims of occult related trauma and abuse. Um, and so on. And do you know the sad part? I know the answers, and I know what it was, and so on. But when I lost my dad, I found my dad lying in a pile of blood. And that was extremely difficult for me to handle. I knew all the answers, and I couldn't cope. I could help other people, but I couldn't help myself at that time. So I went for drugs. I used cocaine and I drank a bottle every night. Every day I drank a bottle of whiskey. Every day I drink one bottle of whiskey while I using cocaine. The PTSD and the depression just came floating in again. And I couldn't cope. I couldn't cope. And it was during that time I found my wife. And I made the decision I'm not going to use cocaine anymore. I'm not going to drink that much again. I'm not going to get that angry again anymore. Uh, Francisco is here. Hello, Francisco, my friend. How are you? I'm glad that you are here. Thanks, my friend. You too. Hello, Walai. How are you? Walai, I'm I I only have one wife. I'm not interested in any in more than one wife. Um, I only have one wife. Me too. I really had a difficult time coping when I lost my dad. Me and my dad were like this. We were like this, and when I lost him, I couldn't cope. There were times where I didn't want to live anymore. I sat with a pistol against my head, and I pushed the trigger. And I realized when you take the butt of a cigarette and you put it in the hammer, um, you pull three times the trigger and it won't go off. The fourth time you pull the trigger, the cigarette butt is missing, then the shot fire. So I will put the cigarette butt in the hammer of the pistol against my head, and I will push the trigger. One, two, third one I will replace the cigarette butt. And that's where I was. Then I open a bottle of whiskey and I swallowed it, take a couple of snorts, cocaine, until I met until I met my wife. So I do understand PTHD and so on. And that's why I studied it. I I knew the answers, but at that time I couldn't even help myself. Francisco, why is it lost life? I really like you being here, my friend. Why is it lost life? I enjoy you being here. Uh, Hello, Shepherd Piper. How are you, my friend? I'm glad that you are here. I just talked about my PhD problem and so on. I hope I don't bore anyone. But yes, I did a test. Drink the whiskey, take a couple of snorts, cocaine, and went a cigarette butt is in the hammer of the pistol. One, two, and now the third time, the shot will go off. So then I just replace the cigarette butt again. One, two. I cut myself a couple of times. Is where I wear my watch. You can see the. Let me. Uh, don't see that. I don't know if you will be able to see it, but there it is. The cut mark and so on, and that's where I was. That's why I started the Bible counseling, and I started that before I had a PhD on depression. So I studied Bible counseling to help those people. And when I found my dad, the PhD in depression just came back so strong I couldn't handle it. So I started to drink and all of this type of things. Hello, Bo. I'm glad you are here. I just want to see. Francisco, my friend, don't bother what people say or do. In Francisco, my friend, don't bother, don't worry what people say or do. Be yourself, my friend. I enjoy that you are here. I'm glad that you are here. So join the life. I really appreciate you being here. I'm glad that you will be here again. I'm so glad everyone is okay. Robert Piper, I'm really glad that I joined that app and I found you. It's really amazing to be there. Francisco sent me the link on email, and I was so excited. I tried to log in um, to the app, but I couldn't. So I realized, but I do not have the app. So this morning, I download the app. Francisco sent it me again as a link, and then I could join. So I'm really glad I found you there, my friend. Thank you, Shepherd Piper. I really appreciate it. And I'm so glad that you are here. So, Shepherd Piper, now you just heard something about my history. My phone is getting warm. I'm going to pack my pipe with a latakia flavor. And Chris, what did you say? It's a lanting. Then I'll go on a lanting. It is extremely hot here. Super paper that really sounds interesting. Must I say what time and then I will try to be there. That really sounds wonderful. I think Chris helped me, they call it a lanting, to walk with the pipe. My phone starts to overheat. It is it is extremely warm here. It's like 33 degrees Celsius now. And my phone is overheating. I actually took my phone pouch off so that it won't get so hot. But I'm going to start my pipe, and then I'm going for a lanting. Yes, we are conquerors of the YTPC. Yeah, we are one big family. Ah. I had a really, this week was a very hard week for me. Shepherd Piper, my friends, I love that idea. Oh, Shepherd Piper, let me greet you. So she's my friend. Good luck with your grandma and also planning. My prayers go out to you and your family. Take care, my friend. And God is holding you in His hands. May God be with you. Take care, my friend. Thank you that you were here. I really appreciate the things, my friends. Have a nice week. That's really welcome, Supper Piper, my friend. That's true. I actually have a cup of coffee here. I have a glass of whiskey. Black Douglas single malt Scottish whiskey with a lot of ice, and the ice have melted. A pipe, a nice tobacco. Okay, let's go for a landing. My phone is overheating. It must cool down. Now we can go for a landing. Francisco, this is a very old pipe. A DPK pipe. Chris made a video or something about the DPK pipes. You don't find it in um, so often anymore, but it's an extremely well made pipe. So, thank you. You were one of my dad's pipes. Um, Now you can see better. It's uh, sorry, I just went out of the reach of the Wi-Fi, so it cut me off, but I'm back again. I can't think tomorrow is back to work. Another week, another Monday. So what's everyone smoking? No, everyone is so quiet. Even more flake. I do not know that tobacco. Is it a Peterson mate or what? What brand is it? Or is Aaron more like kind of the tobacco? I'm not familiar with that type of tobacco. Ah, you must say what's the taste of it? And how you find the tobacco? Okay, let's go back. I feel my phone has cooled down a little bit. So I'm back in the garage. Ah, you must say you must tell us what's your experience. Ah, let me just put the phone down. That sounds like a really nice tobacco. I killed a spider, Francisco. I killed it yesterday after I made a video showing my air rifle. The spider got shot. The ants had a funeral for the spider. Yeah, spider didn't survive the air rifle. I didn't put the pellet in the air rifle so it were only the air, but the spider didn't survive. The ants had the funeral for it. pineapple flavored tobacco. Chris, that sounds fantastic. I love pineapple. Hmm. Ah, begrijp ik eerst about that. Talking about pineapple. Chris, that's true. That's true. I didn't put a pellet in the air rifle. I might. It's. I'm not quite sure how to describe it. It is almost like a cotton ball. You put some little bit oil on it, and then you put it in the rifle to shoot it through to loop the to put some oil um, in the barrel. And that's what I used. And the spider didn't survive that. So it wasn't a total empty barrel. Yeah, the cleaners, yeah. A small piece of cotton thing. So it doesn't make damage or anything, but for the spider it was deadly. Uh, no, talking about pineapple tobacco, many years ago, I I bought myself a cigar. They said it's a pineapple cigar. Um, that is a thick, long cigar with a yellow package. I didn't see that cigar anymore, but that was a really nice cigar and a really nice taste of pineapple. So I really enjoy that cigar. But it is pipe tobacco with pineapple flavored tobacco. That can be something amazing. I'm also not really a big fan of cigars. Cigars here is really expensive. And I can be wrong, but a cigar and a pipe is in the same league, the same class, and so on. So I prefer my pipe. Yeah, altogether. I can imagine why. They, I think on that pineapple cigar, if I remember correctly, uh, they stand made in Malaysia. Were a really nice cigar, and I didn't saw that anymore. I always think that a cigar came from a pipe. There's a reason why I think that. So all tobacco were that will tobacco, that will that will pipe tobacco. Since they cut off a piece and they put it inside the pipe and they light it. And I think some guy pipe broke or got lost or stolen, so he cut himself a piece of that will tobacco off, and he starts to smoke it like a cigar. And I think that's where cigar started. I can be wrong. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Uh, Nika here? I don't know. I'm glad that you are here. No, I'm actually not Dutch. I am South African. I'm from South Africa. Ducks are overpowered. Who's ducks? Who's the ducks? No, no, Moon. I'm from South Africa. The only Dutch word I know is Daswadanya, and word I Schweinhund or something like that. But Daswadanya is actually the only Dutch word I know. Or is it also a German word? I know Daswadanya. I just didn't know how to spell that. Dosvidanya. Interesting. I know that's what Daniel. But you greet me that's what in Russian? Namun, that's what Daniel. May you have a lovely week. Thanks that you were here. I know the that's what Daniel word. Yes, South Africa do have some Dutch words. Uh, Thank you, Newmoon. It was also a pleasure to talk to you as well. May you have a lovely day. May you have a lovely week. God bless, my friend, and stay safe. Yes, Francisco. There is some German words in Afrikaans. Afrikaans is made up from Hollands, Netherlands, and German. So if someone is speaking German and he speaks slow, I can understand a few words. If he's talking slow, then I can understand what he's saying. I can pick up certain words. If I speak with German slowly in Afrikaans, you can here and there pick up a word and so on. But there's a lot of German in Afrikaans and Netherlands and so on. Like German, Guten Abend, Guten Abend, almost like is what Guten Abend. Now in Afrikaans, Guten Abend is Goeienaand. Guten Abend, Goeienaand. It's very similar but different. It's a knife. Chris, that's an amazing knife. You must show that knife when you receive that knife. It's knives are brilliant knives, my man. Brilliant knives. Francisco, I want to visit Europe and see the world, but it is extremely pricey and so on. Very expensive. So I don't think it will be in the near future. Fairbanks Dagger. Oh man, that's a brilliant knife. It's a beautiful knife. You must show that knife. Oof, amazing knife. Fairbanks Dagger. Oh man. If I'm coming to Europe, I will definitely let you guys know. I want to see the world, but it is extremely expensive. And without a rent at this moment, it makes it very difficult. Like one rent is like $19, and one rent is like £23. So the rent has dropped a major way in the last couple of years, and that makes it very difficult um, to visit other places such in the world and so on because our rent that falls so below level that makes it really expensive. Drink some points and smoke some pipes. Man, that just sounds fantastic. That just sounds fantastic. You're making me thirsty. So, cheers on a glass of whiskey. Hmm. And with the thing now of the land grabs, I don't know what's going to happen. I really had a difficult time this past week about this. There were times in this week I didn't think that I would be able to have a live today or to make any videos this weekend. I had to. That's why I didn't make a knife video, but I showed the air rifle. I took my knives to a safer location to a friend of mine for safety reasons. So there were times in this week we didn't know if we will be able to come back home because of the roadblocks. Um, and if you ask me on Wednesday or Thursday, will I be able to do a live on Friday? To do a live on Sunday? Or will I be able to make a video this weekend? I just told you I don't know. That's a small part of my weeks I had this week. This got call. My friend, Sasha when and where. Sasha when and where, and I see if I have something on, and then we do that. Chris, yes, there were times I thinking I think about leaving South Africa, but for me it is a very difficult um, question to answer. Yes, I want to leave South Africa because of safety reasons. And then on the other hand, then I remember my great grandfather and my family. They fought for this land. They bought this land with every piece of money they have. They had to fight for it. After They bought the land. They still had to fight for it. Yeah, that's true, Francisco. So, um, my family is buried there. And to give everything up, they worked so hard for. Then I feel I betray them. And that's something I really do not know how to think about. But yes, I want to leave South Africa. My family is still here. My wife actually knew Europe. My wife were a couple of years ago on holiday in Europe. That's before I met my wife. And she told me amazing stories. She were in German and I think she were in Austria as well, and so on. And she were in France. She told me amazing stories how it is and the technology and so on. And yes, I was thinking of leaving South Africa, but we do not have the ability to do that. The financial to do so, to do that actually at this moment. So it is a very difficult question thing to answer. I heard that Germany has changed a lot of towards this. Actually, a lady on YouTube a couple of years ago, I always watched her channel. I think her name is Survival Lily. Yeah, Survival Lily. And she's in German, Survival Lily. And she made a couple of videos about the food shortage in German and the price increase in German. They and she showed how empty the shelves is in German and so on. I was Lily Austrian. I always thought she's German. Interesting. Thank you for that, Chris. I always thought Lily is in German. Oh, I don't know why I don't know why I think that Lily is German, but thank you for telling me. After all these years, I thought she's German. Why? But she makes the videos showing how empty the food shelves is and so on, and it looks bad. Yeah, my wife were a tourist there on holiday. Well, that's before I met her. Right, Burum, Austrian as well. Interesting. I also thought she's German. Interesting. I really thought that Survival Lily and Briar Broom is German. Interesting. Hmm. I didn't know that. That's a really interesting. Ma- Sorry about that, Chris. Now I know they are Austrian. My apologies. My sincere apologies. Hey, no, no, Francisco, I didn't saw the news in Nigeria. Kidnapping. I know there's a lot of kidnapping of children and so on, and then you only have a 24-hour window to get the child back again and so on. So heavy on kidnapping children. Even in South Africa as well. Even in South Africa as well. They kidnap it for sex workers and drug people and so on. 300 students. Uh, They probably they use it for sex workers and drugs and all of that. That's a really that's a really sad. Yeah, sex life marriages. What is this world coming to, eh? What is this world coming to? Yeah, and you only have like a 24 hour window to get the people back again. And then it is gone forever. There's actually a wonderful movie of a guy. Um, his daughter were kidnapped. He were in special forces, intelligence, and he went to get her back. I think I think the movie's name is Taken. Taken 1, 2, and 3. Wonderful movies actually to watch. That's true. Always the same relations group. What is this world going to, eh? Yeah, yeah. One world order. If you know, you know. I agree with you there. One major problem in the world. And then we do not even talk about, um, say, Illuminati, Brotherhood, Freemasons, um, Satanic Brotherhood, Sisters of the Light, and none of them. Yeah, Mormon. Yeah, you're right. Nigerian Christmas, man. That's if Hollywood know half of it. They will make a horror movie and people won't sleep for a week if they only knew half of it. Like in Nigeria, if you are caught stealing, your hand is chopped off. That's actually good. So no one steals. A rapist, his tools has been cut off, so he can't rape anymore. So that I can I don't want to say it out loud, but that can work. Yeah, Islam doesn't condemn rape. Um, you must remember one thing. They believe that your wife is your property. The man who's working for you is your property. So you can literally do anything to your wife, the man who's working for you, anything. You can do anything to them because it's your property. It's the same as if you have cows or sheep. If you want some meat on your table, you kill a cow or you kill a sheep to get some meat on your table. And in that same light, they see their wives. That's why they have so many wives. And the people who work with them, it's their property. So they can do anything they want with it. Francisco, you can do that. You can do that. Then we can have a chat. But do you know how the Islam started their religion? Yeah. Do you know how Islam started their religion? Think about that question. I just want to put on the light. Okay, I'm back. Do you know the answer? How did Islam, or how did the Muslims started? Yes, 600 years after Christ, yes. Um, in that time, you 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 move military ranks in the Roman Catholic Church, and there were two brothers. The one, I think, Muhammad. His brother were a general in the military, and his brother wanted to take his place. So his brother went into the desert, and he wrote a Quran, and with that new religion, he went to the Middle East, and he gave this to them, and they believe everything they read. To get a military standpoint to attack his brother, and that's the start of it. Interesting. Um, my wife do have people in almost near Syria is where the war is. They live in bomb shelters and so on. It's horrible. Interesting. Aleppo religion. I don't know that. Yeah, he thought he was a prophet, but he wanted the military stand against his brother. Just shows how easily people can be manipulated, ne? There's an old verse. That's true. That's why you must test every spirit to see if it is from God and not from God. Like I said, like last Sunday, Everyone that believes that Jesus died on the cross for their sins rose again on the third day is from God. And everyone that denies that is not from God. Chris, my friend. And then I greet you, my friend. Thank you that you were here. I really appreciate that you were here. May you have a lovely week, my friend. Be safe and God bless. Thank you, my friend. Take care. I'm so glad that you enjoyed, Chris. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I think I will pack my pipe for the last time, and then I can say good night. I still have a whiskey, and I have a half cup of coffee. Gezondheid. Ngasai. Francisco, I'm so glad you look out for the live stream. I enjoy making the lives on a Sunday. Asai. Gezondheid. I think in German they spell gezondheid or Netherlands with a Z. G-E-Z. And in Afrikaans, same spelling, but it's G-E-S with an S. Gezondheid. I'm going to have a bowl of Belkin sashimi. Do anyone know this tobacco? Belkin sashimi. Francisco? No. We didn't have any attacks here so far, hopefully never. My grandma was attacked on her farm in 2003, and she survived. They stole her pistol. They shot a neighbor with her pistol. My grandma still struggled with injuries she endured. They tightened her hand at the back of her back with metal wire like this. Her shoulders got hurt, her elbows, and so on. So she still struggled with pain in her shoulder and so on because of that. So let's light our pipe for the last bowl on this live. And I'm using a match. It's just poetry when the flame kisses the tobacco. Pure poetry. Ah, let me sit back, relax, while I enjoy the last bowl of this life and have a chat. Francisco, my friend, I made a video earlier today um, where I read some scripture. It's my first video I made where I read some scripture. I'm thinking maybe in the future I can do more videos of that sort. But it was my first where I read the scripture on my video. I see my channel is growing. I have now 112 or 113 subscribers, and that's fantastic. Uh, Francisco, no, I'm not planning on having kids. My wife is 15 years older than me. Um, and to bring children in this world, I don't feel it's alright because of, ev- of everything that's going on. Um, I don't I don't think it's fair. Where if you look around what's going on in South Africa and so on, what will the children's future be like in the next 10, 20 years from now? So even now, um, they talk about World War III and food shortage and and so on. So what will the future be for them? Just my personal thoughts on that matter, but no, I'm not planning to have children. Francisco, there were there have been arrests in this week. They arrest some of the criminals on Sunday as well. Um, there's a couple of videos on YouTube about what happened this past week. Yeah. You can go Google it. Let me see how I can write the topic down. Uh, how do I write? Yeah, we could hear shots fired and so on. So we did experience that. I can't see if I can I'm right here. Um, but you can go on YouTube. There's videos. Laurier Park, Lour Park, land grabs, or you can maybe try Bloemfontein land grabs. There's a couple of videos about that on YouTube. Just excuse me for a couple of minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Luffy? Ik ga niet die boot klaar door te gaan verlaten. En dan doe ik dat. Ja, dat is warm. Maar toen is het toch gemaakt. Nee, zo'n zakelijk warm. Zo'n zakelijk warm. Okay, I'm back. My wife just asked me to give the treats to the dogs and close them when I say goodbye and so on. This is actually is dog treats, but this is like air fried bacon. It actually smells fantastic, but I won't taste it. Uh, okay, I'm back. Let me take my hat off. I see the light is not so bright here. But Francesco, if you want to check the videos out on YouTube about what happened this past week here near where I stay, I can tell you what to search on YouTube. There's a lot of videos about it on YouTube. You will see one thing that the media are against the landowners and the media are against the farmers and so on. And that is true even with farm attacks. The farmer is guilty. He cannot defend himself against the criminals, and the criminals is right. And that's part of South Africa. South Africa law and order. No, I I wanted to become a mercenary. I wanted to be a mercenary, and I grew up military. I received training since I was 5 years old. I did escape in the right. I did training on making explosives and weapons, hand-to-hand combat. Um, every type of weapon you can think of. How to use a toilet roll as a weapon. How to use a match as a weapon. How to use anything, everything you see all around you as a weapon. That was part of my training. And I wanted to join the French Foreign Legion because of the training I received, my childhood experience, and all of that. I wanted to join the French Foreign Legion. And everything were planned, everything. And we were even planned in so much detail that after a week when I arrived in France, my mother will receive um, ash, uh, a bucket of ash, telling her that I'm dead, that's my ash. The only one that will know that I'm alive were my dad. There were a guy in America. I cannot say his name now, but he was part of MI6 at that time. So I will do my training in French Foreign Legion, and then I will go over to MI6. It was one of my dad's friends at that time, and long story, my dad was part of secret life for a long time, and so on. And he, when I arrived there, he told my dad that I'm there. I will have a totally new identity at that time, and everything were planned, everything were organized. They even sent me the notification to be on the airplane at a certain time. They even organized transport for me to take me to the airport. So everything were organized. And the night before, the next morning, I had to go. And that night, me and my dad talked a long time. And he asked me not to go, that I must take care of my mother at that time. And I made a promise to my dad that I won't go. And I told everyone, sorry, I cannot fulfill the plans. Everyone were mad at me because they did so many things to get everything organized. And because of the promise I made to my dad at that time, I decided I'm not going. And later on, I I met my wife, So if I followed my heart at that time, if I went through the if I went through with everything you can think of was planned. The acts were already been made. With my name on and everything. So I just have to send it. Everything were handled. So if I went through with that, I would have met my wife. I will now be somewhere in the world in a war zone. I wouldn't sit here. I wouldn't made I wouldn't have made the wonderful friends of the YTPC I did. And this heart of mine will still be a rock. My rock heart is being changed into a fresh heart. Francisco, there is times I regret it. I'm not fit like I was, but on the other hand, I'm thankful. I listened to my dad, and I didn't went through to it. Orion. Okay. So I'm glad that I didn't went through with that. Francisco, you are more than welcome to keep in touch. I know war. I experienced a lot of military stuff like that and so on. And you're more than welcome to keep in touch. Yes, Francisco, we are good friends, and I'm glad that we can be friends. My friend, to be to be deployed, you fight a battle in someone's backyard. That can be challenging. That can be bring problems in itself. It's nice on one hand, but on the other hand, it's difficult. You're deployed, you're a couple of months away from your family. In that line of work, it is best to be alone. It's best to be alone. Not to have a girlfriend, not to have a fiance, not to have a wife, no kids. You have no family, you have no friends. You're alone. It's you and you alone. That's the only way you can cope. It's for the greater good, but you sacrifice yourself. Remember that. You sacrifice yourself. You have no family, you have no friends, you have no emotions, you have nothing. That's the hard truth to live in that life. And that was part of the reason why I had PhD, post-traumatic stress disorder. You get PTSD, you get depression, you get stomach cancer of the stress you went through, and you literal damage yourself for someone else. And you were okay with me. I left on a way. If I die, I die. If I get a bullet, so what? I don't care. Come on, friends. My pipe is finished. I have to greet. To be a soldier is a way of life. None of us want to be here, but we do what we have to do. We do what we are trained for. When the first bullet passes your head, freedom, and to do it for your country, flies right out of the window. Then it's all about survival, because you do not know which bullet have your name on it. It's all about survival. When the bullets fly and it hits your body next to you, and you see him dying, it's not about freedom. It's not about defending your country. It's about survival. In the end, that's all that matters. Your survival and to keep your body safe. In the end, that's all it is. Okay, my friends. Yes, my dad had PTSD. Need it. That's something everyone who's coming back from war have. Something you have to learn to cope. I had that for a long time. I still have it. I just learn how to cope with it. That's all. You just learn how to cope with it. That's all. Because no one in their life knows what you went through. So you just learn to cope with it. Okay, my friends, I have to go. I greet you all. May you all have a lovely week. Stay safe, my friends. God bless. Tot ziens.